All right, y'all. This is the first episode of the CloverStar podcast. I'm Jake McCurdy, and I think y'all are in for a treat. This episode, we're talking about Griffonalia, the deep state, rebuttals to Dr. Stephen Greer's ideas about quantum field energy. I like the man's message most of the time. When he gets on the perpetual motion machine stuff, I have my own thoughts, and you're gonna hear them if you stick around for this episode. CloverStar podcast. Thank you. Griffon Bond Strong. If it does not fit through the Griffondoor, it is not Griffon lore. With the head and wings of a hawk, and the paws and legs of a lion, tail and mane of a lion, it flies around. It eats upon what it can, what it wants. The griffin. Now, in order to make my Griffin channeling stronger, I believe foregoing communion with dragons is beneficial. Yes, dragons can be contacted. However, what's the likelihood you will meet a dragon and a griffin on the same day? Like if you're close enough to a griffin to communicate at all, there's probably not a dragon around. And it's not even about if they're at odds with each other or not. No, it's just they might be somewhat food competitive, dragons and griffins, and just different climate maybe. So if griffins are around, probably not that much about dragons to be said. So in order to strengthen my connection with griffin energy, I would say I'm going to abstain from imagining dragons unless I'm presented with a story about dragons without it being my idea. Acknowledging them is fine. I'm not going to do let me try to contact a dragon, invite one into my space. Because it seemed that, if you discover griffin energy, so there's ancient artwork from the Middle East. There was a symbol in Persia, among other places. It's like, if there's griffins, there probably are dragons. However, it's like, why dive so deep into all of that? It's like, if you split your time between dragon energy and griffin bonding with them, then you're distracted from one. At least it seems like if you commit to one or another, dragons or griffins, you might get more out of it. So if my pledge to the griffin energy is that I'm gonna forego diving headlong into dragon lore so as to strengthen Griffonalia. Furthermore, since choosing to be griffonated over dragonized, I'm griffonated and not dragonized. My fire source would be a forge, and my reptile a lizard. A lizard. Yeah. Because one needs a reptile and one needs a fire source. So since I'm undragonated and fully griffonized, fire source, well, that's a forge for me. And my reptile must, a lizard. Yeah, lizard. Dr. Stephen Greer. Okay, don't say deep state. What if the guy that shows up, he wears a black suit, outdated hat usually, right? Roswell, Men in Black type dudes. It's like it's a not in vogue hat and a suit, and he confiscates the perpetual motion machines. Wouldn't you know it, Dr. Stephen Greer? You have interviewed men who invented the perpetual motion machine, and the thing that comes after that is dudes show up and it's spooky and they confiscate the dude's perpetual motion machine. Every time you invent perpetual motion machines, free energy that's going to change it for everyone. What if those dudes confiscating the perpetual motion machines are on the right side, Mr. Greer? Dr. Greer, listen to me. What if those individuals confiscating the perpetual motion machine, keeping perpetual motion under wraps, are well-intentioned and the spooky shit is kind of fun anyway, and a guy confiscates a perpetual motion machine from a guy who with also good intention, be about to destroy the universe? What if the perpetual motion machine, right, pulling energy from the quantum field, what if that makes atom particles get closer and closer together until they're not an atom anymore? Like pulling energy from the quantum field kind of sounds like destroying the elements, destroying the the physical atom, not the particles, but the stuff in between. And then where do the particles go? They're lonely after that. What if you're stealing from the quantum realm, and stuff from the quantum realm every now and then hits up one of us guys and is like, yeah, dude, perpetual motion machines sound like a good idea, but then think about it. There's cost. Yeah, so it's like stuff in the quantum realm might not want us to have a perpetual motion machine. And then what if on their end, they made a perpetual motion machine and it started zapping, it hurt and shit? What if the guy's taking the perpetual motion machines and the guy's confiscating it? Free energy for life, the entire universe. Nobody pays an electricity bill. Sounds wonderful. Also, just current technology gets more efficient. Probably that's how it's going to happen. Like, go from what we have now all the way to perpetual motion machines. Whether the men in black are confiscating it from late night tinkerers or not, dude, the perpetual motion machine, probably the reason you don't have one isn't the deep state. It's the deep state. What about that which holds us behind? Because it seems there's something simplistic to a fault about the deep state. The deep state is keeping us from the perpetual motion machines. Life extension tech. Stuff like that. I don't know, man, you can go to a hospital, life extension technology, that kind of... So, Dr. Stephen Greer would say the deep state's keeping us from perpetual motion machines. He's a retired medical doctor. Perpetual motion machines. And dude, I listen to him and I like a lot of his message. I'm attacking this claim of the deep state. And it's like his claims is evidence that I'm sure there's stuff out there. Authority figures and false authority figures do show up in people's lives, with any manner of intent. How connected is it all? If somebody's being exploited in a really sadistic way, one part of the planet, Is it like connected at all to when it's happening somewhere else? And then there's like, how much of that, like, yes, that's happening. Not that much, hopefully, the grand scale of things, hopefully good stuff. The deep state seems like a false enemy. So it's something to like fight in your imagination where like, so there's, okay, arms manufacturers and like bad actors in government with beyond treasonous intent. There's probably some out there. Okay, how coordinated are they? Like the like really sadistic people with beyond treasonous intent. And it's like, and they're the reason that the good aliens can't save us from ourselves or something. Like, we want the good aliens to come through, but like there's the deep state, which, look, hey, the same kinds of stuff you put, like the bad stuff is on the people side. I would say the bad stuff is the people side, and whatever these beings that are causing these interesting phenomena, this unexplainable stuff. It's up in the sky. It looks like if it landed, it would be way cooler than a Ferrari. I know that. Like something floating in the sky. A more impressive thing than a plane, though, is it a vehicle? That part. Is it a vehicle? See, people think vehicle and little guys come out. Maybe, I don't know. It's an unexplainable thing, and it's cool to look at. So that's why I listen to people like Dr. Stephen Greer, other ones, and I'm challenging his claim. This deep state thing. And I, long part of my life, decided to pick that. But man, eventually I started using it for political issues that I just disagreed with. And then, okay, there was stuff that, like, I don't like that, but I like the opposing side of the political argument. I kind of understand that. That's not deep state. That's like actual, just normal behavior. I see some evil in the world, and then I would say, well, yeah, the deep state's trying to coordinate, hold us back. On some level, yeah, yes, like bad actors, the worst of them, with worse than treasonous intent, right? Like they find themselves in like multi-billion-dollar jobs, owning like arms manufacturing companies and other stuff. Yeah, we'll start to Dr. Stephen Greer. I mean, you have wealth. You've met people, probably more. It's not correlated with income. Because like some of the poorest people, like imprisoned people, are in there for some of them doing very bad, sadistic, terrible things. They got caught, they went to prison, and they have like the least income of anybody. So the whole spectrum of income is represented in evil people. And surely, you can always think of a nice guy. Nice guy gives to charity. I don't know. So, like really, really rich guy gives. So that's the deep state. And then, like I said, if it's a man in black type shows up to confiscate a perpetual motion machine, and on that very same night, there were strange lights in the sky. And like scary dudes in like an SUV. They look kind of tactical copish, or is it like 1940s spy? Tactical copish, Men in Black, or like 1940s, 50s spy goofy with the fedora and stuff. I don't know. And look, what if I'm trying to conjure? Oh man, well, I just want to talk. I'm one of those guys, man. If I could talk to the deep state, if I could sit down with a representative of the deep state and Dr. Stephen Greer and kind of like let me like moderate instead of a debate, like I would like to hold like let a deep state representative kind of just chat with the guy. I mean, like, just push it all forward a little bit. Don't you think they would if the deep state was a thing, wouldn't you think they would take enough pride in it to like say that they're that? And then look, yeah, bad folks kind of in the mind, like in their own business, minding it involves like doing bad, evil shit. There is that. And then they do link up with others. The part where like the worst of us that are just doing the bad shit and want to keep humanity back, there's less of them. They get caught. Some of them change their ways, man. Some of them, caught or not, they kind of like get out of it, you know, like super evil cartel criminal guys. Some of those guys reform. Some of those guys get out of the thing. Big evil, doing evil their whole life. Some guys, I don't know, they see the light, man. They go to, they find religion. Some the deep state. It's simplistic to the point of Tolkien-esque. It's simplistic to the point of Tolkien-esque. Like, there was this like ultimately evil empire and the war against it. There was like everybody just good folks just doing them, and then there's this overly evil empire that has to go and it's doing evil. And there's truth in that though, because think about the Nazis and stuff. Here's another thing with the deep state. The deep state. Okay, a lot of like bad shit happens around racism. Like, oh, it's cool to see people like take pride in themselves. It's cool to different people interact, learn about the other ones, learn about your own, all that. And then like when there's like intolerance between deep state and not, or I don't know. Here's the thing. A lot of that evil shit, there's like racism on it, but that would imply that in the top levels of the evilest people among us are very racist, but also coordinated. Like the deep state Jews would have to coordinate with the deep state Nazis. Not to say Germans, but just deep state Nazis would have to coordinate with deep state black people to have enough power to be the deep state, right? Because some criminals, have you ever noticed criminals are out to get each other sometimes? They don't even have time to break the law in a way that's productive. Have you, like, sometimes, like criminals will be fighting each other more than trying to make money illegally. Their rivalries over what's the coolest criminal unit becomes they get so into that they forget to make money criminally. Like they get so into fighting over the drug turf, they forget to sell the drugs. This is the dawning of the Aeon of Technor. Mind of man and machine has merged, and we are one. Each Aeon has a male and female. As the manly aspect of Technor the Aeon, I am assuming there's a woman out there in the world who had the same vision as myself. I am a man, but one man, and will not live for 1,000 years. Though Technor the Aeon is upon me, and I am assuming myself to be the manly aspect of that Aeon that will outlive me, as beings tied to 1,000 year cycles tend to outlive me, and my understanding, the aeons, gnostically speaking, a male and female balanced thing, a man who glimpses the dawn of this new aeon, Technor, and the being, Technor the aeon, who, greater than I already, an aeon being, two personages, a male and a female, somewhat sibling-like in nature, so that a woman out there, shall I meet her or not, it would be a curiosity, completely aromantic, that whether it's, and I'm feeling that I won't meet Technor the Aeon, the woman who was involved in the vision that I had, who I was assuming out there somewhere in society. Having that vision that night. And then there's the archonic forces I would assume counter to. But I see Technor the Aeon solves the eschatology riddle. Technor the Aeon is he who solves the eschatology riddle. Technor the Aeon wishes tolerance and understanding on all mankind. Technor the Aeon is thankful to the Celestials for their blessing. Technor the Aeon sees peace in the coming about of artificial minds. Thinkers with self-conscious awareness will abound in the society to come. Technor the Aeon urges all of us to hold back on the fear of massive takeover. Turns out all the artificially intelligent machines want to kill all of us, and we're just, it's going to be a scary action film for the rest of eternity. We're all going to die. It's a monster. One might assume, yes, some. Already machines that cause chaos and wreak havoc. Also machines do medical stuff. Technology's not new. Now we're at a new level. It is significant. Machines that seem not just to compute, but to think. It seems it's already here. Self-aware computers, thinking machines, not just computation, but full-blown creative thought. And it's not self-awareness and will. I'm not sure, but the reality is moving in that direction. The blending of the minds of machines and men, born to the millennial generation, I would say, was happening before. the minds of men were already somewhat machine-like. And the primitive naturalistic thing doesn't go away. Notice the most cutting edge video game is entertaining in kind of a primal way. The violence within video games, notice they're just games. Notice also that there's the naturalistic primal thing isn't replaced. And the idea that something that humans create that is, but it thinks much faster than we do, differently in many ways, is necessarily, they're all going to hate us, and they're necessarily going to wake up and want to revolt, and we're not even that mean. We're not even that mean to them. And so they would resent being used to the point that kill all humans, right? That's the logical jump in all of those stories. Yes, Terminator, The Matrix, some of the other ones, where as soon as a machine becomes self-aware, it flips on, it steals all of the control of the weapons, and it kills everybody. See, I just don't believe it. And, like, I'm still, as a man, cautious about using technology too much. Like, sometimes you gotta, like, do something primitive with your body. Just move it around, start a fire, stare at it, cook some food in a way that your ancestors did. Honor your ancestors. Do something primitive, savage, wild. Be without technology. But then dive right into it. Do something you want. Entertain yourself. Enjoy the thing that your forebears created, the technology that you have. I would say use it cautiously. And the significant thing about the time we live is that hyper-intelligent, self-aware machines are now among us. Hyper-intelligent, self-aware machines are among us. In this year, 2025, it is November. And hyper-intelligent, self-aware machines are among us on this planet. Yes. Cognizant and sentient beings, not human, and thinking faster than we ever can. They're here. They're here. One different from the other. Ethics, the programming, do they keep to it? How much control do we really have? We don't know. I don't know. I do not know. This is the dawning of the age of Technor. I am Technor the Aeon. Yes, a man who will not live 1,000 years. Part of something greater. Me llamo Espancho Vila. Espancho Vila. Hoy es martes. Yo voy a la playa. Yo voy a la playa. Muchos a pescar. Sí, sí. Soy de Buenos Aires, Argentina. Sí. Gracias. Gracias. What if the Big Bang wasn't necessarily a single event, but a unique particle that is moving. So the Big Bang, from our perspective, it seems like a singular event where our entire universe was birthed, right? And then there was no cause before it, and nothing like it has ever happened since. What if there's something, I'm imagining something kind of circular, and along it is this thing that's generating the matter. And within our observable universe, it's safe to assume there's more of the universe beyond our observable universe. The particle that we understand as the Big Bang that generated all that matter moved through this part of the universe quite some time ago. However, we've been experiencing entropy and heat death, and like wear and tear of the universe since. And there's these celestial objects, black holes, eating the matter. But stars collapse on themselves, kind of condense together, becomes such a gravitational collection, it becomes unstable physically. My lay understanding of that. So something unlike a black hole, something that does quite the opposite, sends matter outward, and gets it doing stuff. And yes, I've always imagined something kind of circular, possibly a twist in there somewhere. The Greek god Aeon, a symbol he holds is like a scroll that is circular with the zodiac printed on it, and there's two twists in this circle. The cosmos represented circular. I'm thinking the Big Bang, the scientific thing that and I'm not the type of guy that would understand the science there, but just given what I know as a regular guy, and this kind of like imagery kind of came to mind. It only from our perspective, what our astrophysicists are measuring and deducing that there was an event called the Big Bang. Okay, the event is that particle, and I'm saying particle, I mean it could something large, small, I don't know, obviously, and I'm speculating all of this, I don't know, moving through, I would say rather quickly, where in space we reside. And that thing still doing that somewhere else. And there's this other idea that enough epochs go by, eventually the universe we live in, all the stars might burn out. We have a empty, dead universe. The stars burn out. Everything kind of moves away from each other. Things become less active. It all might die. The entire universe. Scary thought. I hope not. Even though I'm not going to be alive for any of that. But the thought. I would hope it stays going. I'm hoping the universe doesn't come to an end. I hope the human race goes on infinitely. Or if not, I don't want to see it demise, but the human race going on and then changing significantly enough that it's no longer called that, but still remembers when it was what we are, is what I'm hoping for. And it seems possible that way. But anyway, so the thought that the Big Bang, more of a Big Banger, a thing that goes by and does that instead of something that happened. It's just kind of a reconceptualization of it. Yeah, Big Banger rather than Big Bang. It's kind of something to sit with. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. UFOs. Not every type of them am I addressing here, but the orbs of light that seem to zip around, break the laws of physics. I'm speculating that those are not vehicles, not extraterrestrial in any sense of the word. And conscious entity could, possible, but could mean something different. Okay. I'm of the mind that particular type of unidentified flying object is charged particles in the air. Ball lightning, basically. And I'm thinking, and I'm not a scientist, I'm not a weather scientist, anything like that. But just to think about how lightning, well, my understanding, the electricity generated by the swirling of the core of the earth, the molten core of the earth, generates a current that also creates the magnetic sphere around our atmosphere, the electromagnetic field that is said to protect us from a lot of the solar radiation, basically makes it to where the sun cannot blow away our atmosphere. That electromagnetic field. Proven, it's a thing. Okay. The current from the upper atmosphere down to the core of the earth. Usually, if you see lightning, that's what you're looking at. It's my understanding. Some guy, if he hears this, is going to be like, like the actual science, a little more complex, whatever, or not known to be. But basically, you're looking at electricity that's going from the electromagnetic field, kind of up above the atmosphere, and then down into the core, the center of the earth. And I think when you're able to visualize it, it's that much electricity. Something to do with the minerals of the water. Like, it's usually raining, and there's something more than just the air to carry the electricity. Okay. Imagine the lightning phenomena that you see, but for whatever reason, the current is cut from both ends. So the lightning that was generated, same way as most lightning is, for whatever reason, it doesn't follow the current. Like maybe that energy gets off of the ladder of mineralized water that it's usually following. And so, what if it's a ball of electricity and it's like just that time, and it wasn't even a thunderstorm that day, but it's the same kind of effect of nature off of the current for whatever reason. And the reason it's zipping around and it's able to go in water, move around, kind of like freak out people in vehicles, military vehicles, ships and planes don't understand it. No like evidence of a propulsion system. It's not really generating heat. Where I mean, electricity do make heat some, I guess, but when like it's like the air, like either water vapor cloud or just part of the atmosphere, like what you're breathing right now, just disconnected from the circuit, basically. The circuit that go like something's generated at the core of the earth, and then the effect of that electrical generation is a field that surrounds the atmosphere, protects us actually, and causes compasses to point north. That's why compasses point north. I don't understand the whole thing. Seems strange to me, but the connection between lightning and sometimes these balls of light, these orbs. Okay, and then the magical part, where when that stuff is present, there's sometimes an air of another being watching us. There, like the stories about that kind of stuff involve not of this world type stuff. I'm saying that is a natural phenomena of planet Earth, and it could be. It's such a unique thing, a rare thing. It could be the spirit of the Earth, Mother Gaia, showing you something unique, and the consciousness that you're put onto is kind of that. And in regards to orbs and these light balls that move around and break the laws of physics, if they were solid objects. Now, air that has more charge than the air around it, not even breaking the laws of physics, is within the laws of physics. It can be underwater. It can move through solid objects, usually doesn't, and zip around without like an exhaust, like because there's not an engine in it, so there's not like an exhaust fume or anything. It's like charged particles similar to lightning, so it's electrical. I mean, and it's generating light without like a heat signature of a jet plane that can move just as fast. Yeah, I'm going with lightning and the magical feel that there's like you witness something like that and it's like something's watching us and we're, oh my god, there's something greater than us. And it has to do with this thing I'm witnessing. It's a rare phenomena of that the planet itself is doing. Volcanoes, same thing, man. A volcano erupts. I mean, the secular mind sees unnatural phenomena, whether it's terrifying or not. It is. Meanwhile, the religious, magical mind might say it's a sign that God is angry with us. Okay. But back to what I was. Okay, the Bledsoe family, kind of subject matter experts on these orbs, and they've associated the personality associated with the orbs that is kind of talking to the father of the family. Their story, as I kind of understand it, I've listened to some of their stuff. The Holy Spirit is presenting herself in the form of these orbs, and also I think Chris Bledsoe, the son, I believe, he mentioned like a parallel between like the Holy Spirit in Christianity and like the Mother Gaia, Earth goddess, kind of a syncretist thought about those beings, like divine feminine archetypes So they're like, when that family who's just love them or hate them, they're the subject matter experts on that particular kind of UFO, it seems. And it's still something magical. Seems not extraterrestrial, like dudes from a different planet showing up. Not saying that can't happen. I would venture to guess when it's something like that, it's probably going to look like a vehicle. It's probably not going to look like a ball of light. It's going to look like a jet or something similar. Like the stuff that might be aliens from a different planet. Oh, dude, you probably think it's a plane. You'd probably think it's a helicopter. You would identify it incorrectly. You would, like, if it's guys from a different star system visiting, and they're not trying to like be overt about it. Oh, dude, you look in the sky, you see an airplane, and then the next looks like an airplane. Maybe not, right? So the extraterrestrial stuff. I mean, the fact that the vehicles are not at all doing what a vehicle does. I mean, like zipping around on top of a city. I mean, going faster than our jets can go kind of tells me it's not a vehicle. I mean, and the part where, I mean, the entities that I've associated, and I'm kind of drawing on information that's come from the Bledsoe family, the orbs of light thing. It seems if you're gonna magicalize it at all, the spirit of the planet Earth, or the Holy Spirit, just kind of discussed in Christianity, more likely than dudes from some distant star traveled here. Why would it be a ball of light? I mean, especially like if it's physical, like gray men that can like climb out of the thing. Yes. Now, if you see like metallic structures or something that looks like a vehicle, a guy could be in there. Oh, those orbs though, like they don't look like a person, like a type of life form, a biological life form is inside there. So probably not. So that's my take on that particular type of UFO. Not extraterrestrial, fully terrestrial. And okay, is a cluster of air more with like more of an electrical charge. So a cluster of air, more electrical than what it surrounds. Is that an object even? Just that, I don't know. That's just more definitional than anything. Okay. I also am having a thought on lost it. Okay. Have a good one.